Thank you so much for today. I'm really happy you accepted my proposal. I'm truly happy. I promise to make Emma happy.
Thank you as well. I'll do my best to make Tony happy too.
So, can we visit your parents' house to greet them next time? I want to properly greet Emma's parents about our marriage.
Yes, I need to visit Tony's house too. I'll ask my parents for a convenient schedule. But don't worry, both of my parents are kind and there's no need to be nervous. I think they'll be overjoyed to welcome us for the marriage greeting.
I hope so, but I'm still nervous.
I'm nervous too, you know. I'll be meeting Tony's sister for the first time. I visited their house a few times, but I haven't met Jane yet.
She's a little shy. She has a slight brother complex, but it should be fine.
I had a feeling, but she really does have a brother complex. She must hate the idea of her brother getting married, especially to someone 10 years older. I'm nervous about the marriage greeting.
Age doesn't matter. Emma is beautiful and cute, and she's my perfect fiancée. I'll explain how wonderful Emma is, and I'm sure they'll accept her.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'll contact you again once we've adjusted our schedules.
Yeah, I'll ask my parents and sister about their schedule too.
Don't ever come to our house again, you old hag! I will never accept you as my brother's wife. Don't get ahead of yourself, you middle-aged woman! This is too much just for a greeting. Throwing tea at me is just cruel. You're the cruel one! At your age, you should be ashamed of yourself for going after a man 10 years younger. Don't dirty my brother. Jane. Today, my beloved brother said he was bringing someone important, so I dressed up cute and waited. But it turned out to be a middle-aged woman. Think about how I feel. Even throwing tea doesn't calm my anger. I should have thrown hot water or oil instead. What an extreme brother complex. Huh? You think I'm opposing the marriage because I have a brother complex? Sorry, but I'm not like those other brother complex girls. Huh? My brother is getting older and I'm prepared for him to get married. The most important thing for me is for him to be happy. So I didn't intend to oppose the marriage. Is that so? But a hag like you is different. There's no way my brother can be happy marrying a woman 10 years older. So I won't hand him over to you. Marry someone your own age, you old hag. It's natural for the family to worry about the age gap, but I want to marry Tony. It's not because he's younger, it's because it's him that I want to marry. Shut up, you old hag! You must have threatened my brother. There's no way he'd decide to marry an old hag like you. Threaten? That's not... You must be the stalker who's been bothering my brother. He's been saying he's getting weird letters in the mailbox, and he feels someone watching him at work. You're that stalker. You took advantage of my brother's kindness and forced him into marriage. Wait a minute. Tony is being stalked? I've never heard of that. How shameless of you, even though you're the stalker. You finally resorted to extreme measures and directly asked my brother to marry you, didn't you? You're a crazy woman who would do anything like stalking. You must have said various unreasonable things and approached my brother. That's why my kind-hearted brother reluctantly decided to marry you. Jane, listen. I didn't do any stalking. I didn't force him to marry me either. In fact, Tony was the one who proposed to me. Huh? There's no way my brother would propose to that old hag. Take a look in the mirror, you wrinkled old woman. A wrinkled old woman, you say? An old hag past her prime isn't suitable for my brother. I won't hand my brother over to a stingy old lady. Don't flirt with a man 10 years younger at your age, you color-blinded old woman. So you're okay with breaking up? Of course. There's no way this could be anything but a broken engagement. I understand. No matter what I say, you won't listen. Whenever you open your mouth, it's old hag, old hag, old hag. Marriage is impossible in this situation, of course. In that case, I'll have our engagement annulled. You're surprisingly understanding. Don't ever approach my brother again. I'll protect my brother's happiness.
Wait a minute, Emma. I heard the answering machine and I absolutely don't want to break off our engagement. I'm really sorry about what happened with my sister today, but please don't say we're breaking up.
I don't want to say either, but there's no choice. After that, I received many horrible texts telling me to annul the engagement. I was prepared for some degree of brother complex, but this is beyond the limit.
I'm really sorry about that. Honestly, I didn't think it would go that far either.
I tried to persuade her in my own way, but she wouldn't listen at all. On top of that, she labeled me as a stalker. I had hot tea thrown at me and was treated like a stalker. I don't want to become a family with someone like that.
You're kidding. Did Jane really say such rude things?
I had no idea. So Tony was suffering from stalking. It's a little sad that there was no consultation or anything.
No, I just didn't want you to worry. So I didn't say anything. I actually wanted to consult with you first, but I was scared of what might happen to Emma if she got involved. That's why I couldn't say anything.
Is the stalker that dangerous?
Crazy enough that I can feel it. There are letters in the mailbox saying I'll protect you. I feel like I'm being watched on my way to work and at work. Recently, they've even been trying to take over my social media account.
What? Really?
No harm has been done so far thanks to the two-factor authentication, but I often get emails saying that an unknown device tried to log in.
That's really scary, isn't it?
Right? That's why I couldn't consult even if I wanted to. I accidentally mentioned it to my sister once, but I never thought it would make Emma suspicious. I'm really sorry.
No, it's not something you have to apologize for.
I'll take responsibility and clear up the misunderstanding. So please reconsider the engagement cancellation. If I get married, it has to be with Emma.
Thank you for saying that. It seems I was upset after being called a stalker and an old hag. I'm sorry for reacting and saying we should break up.
No, Emma doesn't need to apologize. So for now, let's put the engagement cancellation on hold. If I can persuade my sister, please let me propose to you again. So please wait until then.
Yes, I'll wait. It must be difficult to persuade your sister, but do your best. Thank you for breaking up with me obediently. Now my brother's happiness is protected. Don't dream of marrying a younger man when you're an old hag. Serves you right, stalker. As I've said many times, I'm not a stalker. Can you stop already? Huh? Are you still going to play dumb at this point? You're a pretty bad loser for an old hag. That's why you're still single and unsold. Huh? Oh, how pitiful. If it weren't for my strong opposition, you could have married my brother. You were so close to getting a younger husband in your dream. Too bad. I wonder if you're still crying and swollen by now. You're already ugly, but now you're even uglier. Can you really stop it already? What's wrong with being 10 years older than him? I don't think I deserve to be ridiculed that much by you. Shut up, old hag! If you have time to complain to me, why don't you hurry up and try matchmaking? Oh, I'm sorry. Even if you try matchmaking, no one will take you anymore, right? You're a single woman in your 40s with a stalker-like personality. You'll be a lifelong unsold single. Not just me, but your beloved brother too. With a sister like you, he'll never be able to get married, right? How pitiful. Such a wonderful person, but he'll end up being a lifelong unsold single man. Huh? Don't put my brother in the same category as you, an old hag. The reason I canceled the engagement this time is all for my brother's sake. Don't misunderstand. For my brother's sake, huh? I don't think your brother wants any of this. But you insist it's all for your brother's sake. That's right. I want my brother to be happy. So I'll find the right partner for my brother. I'm the one who knows my brother best. So the woman I approve of is the one who's suitable to be my brother's wife. If you understand, get lost, you disqualified old hag.
Then, for my happiness, you disappear.
Huh?
You want me to be happy, right? So please, I'm asking you to disappear. I think that's the best way for me to be happy quickly.
What? What is this? Is this, by any chance, my brother?
Yeah, I'm the brother who you love. And I'm the brother who's the most fed up with you in the world right now.
Huh?
Marrying Emma was my happiness. I knew there was a happy future waiting for me if I married her. Even so, my sister, who seems to break that, should disappear from me. It's for my happiness. If you want me to be happy, you can do this much, right?
Wait a minute, brother. What's the matter all of a sudden? The atmosphere is scary. Don't say such terrible things as disappear. Why would you say that to me, who is trying my best for my brother?
You also told Emma to disappear or break up, right? What's wrong with saying something similar? Or what? Is it okay to say words that hurt when you are told to others calmly?
Why do you say such cold things? Even though I'm doing everything for my brother. That girl, she's my brother's stalker. I can tell she was denying it, but it's definitely a stalker. Why would you take the side of someone who bothers my brother like that?
The one who bothers me the most is you, Jane. And the stalker is probably you. How can you calmly blame someone else for that?
Huh?
I thought it would be better not to poke my head too deep, so I didn't bother to investigate the culprit. But to clear Emma's misunderstanding, I have to find the real culprit, right? That's why I thoroughly investigated. I also set up a camera in front of the mailbox. I had people at work watch out for me. And then, in just a few days, I found out who the culprit was. Moreover, the stalker was you, my own family member.
Wait! That must be some kind of misunderstanding. I'm not stalking my brother. On the contrary, I was trying to protect him from the stalker.
You put letters in my mailbox, didn't you? I will protect you, it said. I will make you happy, I wrote in the letter. It was all caught on the surveillance camera.
So, it was for my brother. I was worried that the stalker might break his heart. But even if I ask him directly if he's okay, he'll say he's okay out of obligation, right? That's why I thought an anonymous letter would get a more honest answer.
Huh?
It's terrible to treat me like I'm stalking my own brother.
Wait a minute. Then who was lurking around my workplace?
I was just doing that for my brother too. You said it a long time ago, didn't you? A person from a business partner keeps making persistent love calls. That's why I was worried in my own way. I just went to check on my brother's workplace regularly.
It's been a while. That was 5 years ago, right? Have you been coming to my workplace since then? Then who's trying to get into my social media account? How does that help me?
That's just a little whim. If I could get into the account, I thought I'd post my cute selfies for you, to show off to everyone that you have such a cute and close sister. I thought it would deter weird women.
You're kidding. So all the stalkers I've thought about until now were you? It's creepy, and even though I was pretending to be strong, I was really scared. It was all my sister who tried to protect me in a nonsensical way.
It's terrible to say, it's meaningless. And I hope it's a lie too. I never thought my brother would think I was a stalker all this time.
Let me just say this. I'm not so weak that I need your protection, and I'll decide my own happiness. Please don't get involved anymore. I will definitely marry Emma. If you insist on opposing it, I'll consider cutting ties with you.
What? Cutting ties?
For now, let's end it here today. I want to sort out my thoughts too.
Big brother? You're not really going to cut ties with me, are you? I did everything for you. I know you understand.
Please be quiet for now.
Huh?
I'll contact you when I've calmed down, so don't contact me or my girlfriend until then, okay? If you break that, we'll cut ties without question.
What should I do? My brother said he seriously wants to cut ties with me. Everything we've done so far will be exposed to our parents. He said he'll leave me in the care of our relatives. I just wanted to protect my beloved brother. I just wanted to find someone suitable for him.
I guess I was the only one who thought that way, even though he didn't really need my help at all. This happened because I meddled in his affairs.
Please, Emma! I'll admit. I'll accept you. So please persuade my brother.
Persuade?
I want you to convince him to reconsider cutting ties with me. I'm sure my brother will listen to what you have to say. He won't listen to me right now. I'll be nice to you from now on. I won't call you an old hag, I promise. I don't want to be apart from my beloved brother.
I'm sorry, but I want to be apart from you.
Huh?
So I'm actually happy that you'll be left in the care of our relatives. I should thank him and contact him right away.
What? Wait a minute. Won't you help me? You're going to talk to my brother, right?
Huh? Was there such a situation? I'm sorry, but I, a 10-year-older woman, don't understand.
No way!
And I haven't even received an apology from you yet. I had tea poured on me and was falsely accused of stalking. Why do I have to help someone who doesn't apologize for that?
Well, that...
Well, even if you apologize, I won't forgive you.
I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything I've done.
But even if you apologize, it's too late. A woman in her 40s is strict about that. Well, let's reconsider our engagement once we've calmed down. Even if we get engaged again, don't be mad.
I won't be mad. I'll be happy. So please convince my brother.
Absolutely not.
Huh?
Even if we get married, I won't invite you to the wedding and I'll never see you again. Goodbye, Jane. Take care.
No! Why won't you forgive me when I'm apologizing so much?
After discussing with both families, it was decided that Jane would be left in the care of relatives as soon as possible. Apparently, there is a ranch in the mountains of Oregon that is desperately in need of help. As they thought having many siblings would calm her brother complex, she was told to call the sheep on the farm Big Brother. After that, we registered our marriage when things settled down and had a wedding ceremony.
Hi, Ashley. Where do you keep the cleaning supplies?
Hi, Emila. What do you mean?
I'm at your house now. Didn't Jack tell you?
I'm confused. You're at my house? Why?
In the meantime, I'll see what I can do about this mess.
What mess? Amala? Hey, honey. Your mom just texted me. Apparently from our house? She's also asking for cleaning supplies. Why is she there? She won't tell me. What's going on?
Hey, sweetie, don't get mad, okay? You remember my dad passed away a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
Well, my mom hasn't been dealing with it very well, living alone and all. So I was thinking maybe it would be better if she stayed with us, at least for a little while.
I see what you mean. I do feel sorry for your mom, and I wouldn't want her to be lonely, but having her live with us is quite a big change. We'd lose our privacy, and we wouldn't have the freedom we're used to. Maybe we could explore other options, like selling her house and finding her a nearby apartment. That way she could visit whenever she wanted, and we'd still have our space. What do you think?
Well, the thing is, I think she might have already moved in. That's why she's at our house.
What?
She was crying on the phone when I talked to her last night, and I didn't know what to do. I just said maybe she shouldn't be alone for now. She agreed that she shouldn't be alone. And then this morning, when you had already left for work, she just showed up at the house with a few suitcases. I couldn't send her away, so I set her up in the spare bedroom.
So this wasn't your idea?
No, it wasn't, but she's my mom. How can I say no to her while she's grieving? It would break her heart.
I get that your mom is going through a difficult time right now, but I would have appreciated it if I had a say in this too. Or at least a heads up. Now what am I supposed to do? I haven't had any time to clean the house.
I know, sweetie. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. She really caught me off guard. And don't worry about the house. She's just happy she's not alone. Please, can you give this a chance for me?
I mean, I guess. For your sake, I'll give it a try.
Thanks, sweetie. You're the best. Okay then, I'll see you after work.
See you after work. Love you.
Ashley, your house is such a mess. I really tried to get things sorted myself, but it's just too much to handle. How can you live in such a pigsty? I'm staying here now and things will have to change. You can't leave the house in such a state. Seriously, I can't understand why you let it get so messy.
Oh, hi, Emila. I apologize for the mess. I didn't know you were coming to stay with us, and I haven't had a chance to tidy up yet.
Well, that's not my responsibility. There are dirty dishes all over the kitchen, not to mention crumbs and food stains on the kitchen counter. Regardless of whether I'm here or not, you shouldn't let the place get this bad. And my poor son! How can you expect him to live in a filthy house? As a wife, it's your duty to keep the house clean. My son deserves at least that much.
It's not as bad as it sounds, Emila. There are a few breakfast dishes I haven't had a chance to clean yet because I had to rush to work this morning, and there might be some laundry to do. I'll take care of it when I get back from work.
I don't want to live in a dirty place. You need to come back and clean it now.
I can't do that right now, Emila. I'm at work and I can't just drop everything. You seriously don't expect me to rush home to wash some dishes, right? You do realize I'm at work.
Then what am I supposed to do? It's too dirty and messy for me to be comfortable here. I can't even make myself a cup of coffee. Not a single cup is clean.
If it's really bothering you that much, why don't you clean up the dishes in the kitchen? Or you could go out until I get home from work, or maybe just rest for a while in your room.
Are you seriously suggesting that I clean up the mess you made? Are you calling me lazy? I've just moved in, and it seems like you're trying to assign all your household chores to me already. What's that all about? Do I need to do all the work just so I can live in your messy house?
No, Emila, that's not what I meant at all. I'm not asking you to do any chores. I just wanted to let you know that if the mess was bothering you, you don't have to tolerate it. I can take care of it when I get back from work.
So, I'm supposed to endure this filth until you decide it's time to clean up then? And why are you talking to me like I'm a child? I'm not a toddler you can just dismiss and send to their room. Show some respect.
I never said you're a toddler. Please try to understand that I can't take care of it right now and that it'll have to wait. I really have to go back to work now.
Frankly, I don't understand what my son sees in you. You work all day long and don't seem to make a good homemaker at all. You don't do any chores, and I bet you don't take proper care of Jack. He probably has to handle all the housework himself, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one cooking too.
Actually, Emila, you'll be happy to know that I'm the one who manages most of the household duties. I cook dinner, clean the house, and handle other chores. All of that on top of my full-time job. Jack doesn't contribute much in that department.
That can't be true. Jack is perfect. I'm sure he helps out when needed. He does more than you, both at home and in his job.
Okay, Emila. I don't want to argue about this right now, especially while I'm at work. If you keep messaging me, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to reply. I have important tasks to focus on at the moment, and I can't get distracted by this.
So now you're saying I'm not important? That's quite rude of you. I'll make sure Jack hears about this.
I didn't mean it that way, but I really can't talk about this right now. We can discuss this later. Goodbye, Emila.
Ashley, we need to talk.
Hey, honey, what's going on?
How could you speak to my mother the way you did? She just wanted to know if you were planning to do some cleaning when you got home because the house was a bit messy. She didn't want to do anything wrong or misplace things, but you went off on her, saying that it wasn't her concern and that you were too busy to clean. You told her if she wanted the house clean, she should do it herself. She's just moved in and you're treating her like a maid. That's my mother.
All right. First of all, none of that is true. Yes, she did message me this afternoon, but she wasn't asking if she could clean the house. Instead, she said a lot of hurtful things to me, telling me I wasn't good enough for you and that I wasn't fulfilling my wifely duties because I'm at work a lot and wasn't handling all the household chores. She even demanded that I leave work and come home to clean the house for her immediately. It was really hurtful, Jack, especially considering it's our home she's moved into.
I find that hard to believe. My mom would never do that.
What?
I find it hard to believe that my mom would be so rude. She's not that type of person. She's actually one of the sweetest women I know. I don't like the way you're trying to blame her for your behavior towards her this afternoon. You've been working late a lot recently, and you have to admit, things have been a bit chaotic at home.
Yes, I have been working late recently, and I'm a bit behind on my household chores, but that's besides the point. It was never an issue before your mom came to live with us. How can you just take her side and dismiss everything I've said? I'm your wife, Jack. I think I deserve some consideration when I tell you that your mom was the one who was rude.
It sounds like you're lying about my mom, Ashley. I don't appreciate you making false accusations. If this is how you're gonna behave now that she's living with us, then we definitely need to have a serious conversation to establish some ground rules.
You're setting ground rules for me? In my own house? You've got to be kidding me. You know what? Fine. Let's have that conversation. We can involve your mom too and establish some ground rules, including how we'll divide the chores.
What are you implying?
With 3 of us in the house now, there's bound to be more mess, which means more cleaning is required. I can't handle it all by myself, especially since I'm working until 6 every evening. So we'll need to share the workload.
But
That includes you, Jack. You'll have to pitch in and help with the chores.
I have my own job, you know.
Yes, and so do I. That's why it's only fair to divide the chores evenly. Your mom can also contribute since she's living with us now.
Alright, we can discuss this when we're all home.
Great. I'm looking forward to it, Jack. You need to talk to your mom, Jack. Have you seen the state of the house? It's a mess. There are dirty dishes everywhere, some with half-eaten food still in them. There's a persistent smell of cigarette smoke and full ashtrays everywhere. And your mom's clothes are scattered all over the place. I can't take this much longer, Jack.
If it bothers you that much, then clean it up. Do something about it if you can't stand the mess and smell.
I'd love to help with the cleaning, but if you recall, I had to take on extra hours at work just to cover the increase in our bills. I barely have any time to clean when I return home.
It's a bit convenient, isn't it?
Jack, I won't finish work until 10 p.m. tonight. That means I won't be home until around 10:30 or 11. After that, I need to wake up at 6 a.m. to get ready for work, which starts at 8 a.m. the next day. When would I have time to clean the house? Am I not supposed to sleep, eat, or have any personal time?
Maybe you should consider working shorter hours.
I wish I could, Jack. Have you seen how much our monthly bills have increased?
It can't be that much.
They've gone up by roughly $200 to $300.
What? How's that even possible?
I'm not sure. You might want to ask your mom.
Well, you'll have to figure something out.
What?
Well, yeah, my mom is going through a really tough time, so I can't expect her to take on all the housework right away. She needs time to adjust and cope with my dad's passing. Pressuring her to do all the cleaning won't help her heal.
I understand, but then you'll need to help out more. You'll have to do some additional cleaning and tidying while I'm working extra hours.
I'd rather not do that. I mean, I'm the husband, and the housework is typically seen as the wife's responsibility.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Traditionally, the housework is associated with women, so you'll need to find a solution to keep the house clean. We can't live in such a messy place.
And traditionally, paying the bills isn't considered a woman's job either. But I still do it, don't I? What's gotten into you?
What do you mean?
Ever since your mom moved in, you've become increasingly lazy, more demanding of me, and frankly, condescending. I don't know what your mom is saying to you, but whatever it is, you need to stop listening because her views are outdated and wrong.
My mom has helped clarify our roles in this house. You can't blame her for simply providing some guidance on how things should work between a husband and wife.
What are you talking about?
I'm the husband, and you should follow my lead.
Oh, is that right?
Yes!
Well, while you think about what you're doing to our marriage, I'm going back to work. I have responsibilities to attend to.
You can't just end things like this. You need to listen to me and then do as I say when you get back home.
Can I ask you something?
What?
Is this going to be your attitude from now on? Or will things go back to normal once your mom moves out?
Look, you might not like it, but this is the new me. My mom has given me a different perspective on how things should be, so I won't be going back to my old ways. Oh, and we're not gonna get rid of my mom.
I understand. I need some time to think.
What do you mean? Think about what? Ashley? Ashley!
Ashley, where are you? And when are you coming home to take care of the house? You need to talk to my son right now. You can't just leave and not say anything. Ignoring him isn't the solution. He's been trying to reach you for days.
I have been staying at my sister's, and I have work to attend to, along with some other tasks, so I can't chat right now.
Your husband is trying to talk with you. You can't just ignore him.
I have nothing to say to Jack. Not since you've turned him against me.
Well, maybe you should have been a better wife, and then he would actually respect you as his wife.
Or maybe you should have respected our privacy, left me, Jack, and our marriage alone, and found your own place to live instead of moving into our house.
I can see you're in a bad mood because things didn't go your way. This is typically what happens when one loses control over their husband.
Whatever, Emila. I don't have time for this. I have important things to do.
You know what? I regret ever allowing you to marry my son. Stop wasting time and file for divorce immediately.
It's done. I've filed for divorce. And you've moved out.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I mean exactly what I said. I initiated the divorce process. I might have jumped the gun by saying it's finalized, but it will be soon. The judge will review the case and grant me the divorce. So, it's as good as finalized.
But why? You're being dramatic.
Seriously? You're asking why? Have you noticed how you and Jack have treated me recently? You both have been unreasonably demanding, expecting me to do all the chores, cater to your every need, and essentially become a servant when I'm at home. You've pushed me to my breaking point. I don't want to live like that anymore. Jack refuses to let you live alone. So if that's how he wants it, then so be it.
Well, fine then. We don't need you anyway. You were never good enough for my son. He deserves a better wife, and especially one that's more appealing to look at. You really let yourself go, Ashley. No wonder Jack's been unhappy.
Sure. Whatever. Oh, before I forget, both you and Jack will need to find a new place to live.
What? You're joking, right?
No, I'm dead serious.
This house belongs to my son. You can't kick us out.
Actually, the house is in my name.
What do you mean?
The lease and all the bills are in my name. I'm the one who pays for the mortgage and everything else, so I get to decide who lives in my house and who doesn't. I've endured enough of your negativity. You both have to go.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
But you're just the wife, not the husband. The husband owns everything, like the house and the car and stuff.
They might have in the 1950s, but in today's world, Emila, women can own things in their own right. Times have changed, I'm afraid.
What are Jack and I supposed to do now? Where should we go?
Well, as the man, I'm sure Jack can figure something out, right? He'll find a new place for you soon.
No, he can't. He doesn't have the money. Besides, I don't want to live with just him. He's a slob, and I can't stand living in a messy house.
Well, maybe you could go back to your own house.
The bank is reclaiming the property because I've been behind on making the mortgage payments. Jack was supposed to help me with it, but he never gave me a dime.
I'm sorry to hear that, but that's not my problem anymore. You should have considered that before you treated me so poorly. You should discuss that with Jack. I can't waste my time anymore on the both of you. I have more important things to do.
Like what?
Like finally having a day to relax by myself. It's been a while since I've had the chance to sit back and enjoy some peace. Oh, and if you and Jack have moved out within a week, I'll be forced to involve the authorities.
You can't do that. This is my house, not yours.
Goodbye, Emila. After finalizing the divorce, I did indeed ask Amela and Jack to leave my house. It was tough parting ways with Jack, but he had changed significantly due to his mother's influence. I couldn't endure such a toxic environment any longer. Evicting them allowed me to return to a clean and peaceful home. After they left, I heard that Jack and his mother had to move into a small apartment because he couldn't afford to buy a new house. But I guess that's karma when you make someone else's life miserable without reason. As for me, I sold my house and used the proceeds to embark on a journey I'd always wanted to take but couldn't due to my marriage with Jack. So far, my trip has been amazing, and I look forward to whatever life has in store next.